Hello everyone. In this video, we will explore what happened to Nifty and Bank Nifty today. First, let's start off with Nifty. Nifty gave a good gap up opening and then it continued to rally. And then throughout the day, it started to consolidate within some 40 points range and it gave a close at 18,104. So, what this means is that we are trading at a zone which will act as a small resistance. Once it clears, we can expect more rallies coming up, right? And there has been a lot of discussion about financial budgets coming up in the first week of February, and the market is expected to rally higher and so on. In that same line, we are seeing that it's making some 50 points gain every day, and then finally manage to reach this level. And you can expect Nifty to make higher once it clears 18,180 levels. It will continue to rally further higher. And we have seen that it was stuck in this range for such a long time, and it's good to see that Nifty is finally making some sort of upward trend continuation. One of the things to keep in mind, however, is that the decreasing VIX factor. VIX is consistently decreasing. Yes, it is obvious when market goes up, VIX decreases, and when market comes down, VIX increases. But then there are certain things to keep in mind. Once the VIX has gone less than 13, it is a very serious time to pause and then reflect, because the higher the moves that it makes, the VIX is going to further fall. And once it reaches, say, about 12 or 12.5, then that's a very serious concern, because the market is extremely bullish, but it is also an indicator that there can be a correction that might come in due course. Most likely, if the budget results are not great, or post budget, there can be a great fall that is very much in line, because you cannot go on going up without boosting the VIX value. In order to show some sort of momentum, you need market to exhibit some sort of correction. If the correction doesn't happen and then it continues to go higher and higher, at one point in time there will be a massive fall. So it is better that Nifty and Bank Nifty both corrects itself from time to time in order to give a consistent upward move. If that doesn't happen, there can be a rally, and then in the month of Feb, when the budgets are being released, it can give some sort of boost. But then sooner we can expect some sort of massive corrections coming up. With that picture in mind, let's explore the FASP levels and the trade setup for tomorrow. The T7 levels on both the sides are at 18,560 and 17,706. So these are the two edges of the FASP levels. Now, as a writer, what you can do is you need to take a very cautious decision whether you want to write T5 and keep T6 as stop loss, or you want to write T6 and then keep T5 as stop loss. There are two sides of it. Now, if you keep higher side as stop loss, what it means is that you are waiting for the breakout, and once the breakout happens, it's going to trend. Then you want to book in loss and then exit. But if you are taking a T6 position and then keeping T5 as stop loss, you're going to cut your losses short. And in case if it reverts back, then you will be missing out on your profit. So the choice is yours, whether you want to write T5 and then keep T6 as stop loss, or write T6 and when the market reaches T5, you can exit all your positions. Why I suggest this is, do not carry any sort of overnight positions, just in case if they wanted to boost the VIX. Probably there has to be some sort of 1,000 points of fall. Only then the VIX will boost, right? Otherwise, VIX is going to stay at 13.6, 13.7, which is very low. It's not extremely low, it is low. But in order to have sustained growth, you need to have some sort of corrections. That's about 600 points in Nifty and 2,000 points in Bank Nifty. That would be a good correction. But if that doesn't happen and then continues to rally, then we might have much larger falls coming in the months to come. All right. So that as a option writer, since every day we are seeing only 50 points, up from the low to high, it's probably about 100 points in Nifty. Maybe you can, even consider writing T4, but then I wouldn't suggest any sort of writing at this stage. When it comes to T4 writings, you should not be doing because the VIX factor is very low. So T6 and T6 is recommended strongly, and then you can wait throughout the day and collect the premium. That is the safest way to collect premium as traders. Now, for buyers, what we can expect? Whenever the market is reaching T2 level, you can take a contra and then keep one level high as stop loss and trial it to the pivot. So that's one strategy. Another side is that you can wait for T2 at the lower side, and you can initiate a CE position and keep T3 as stop loss and then trial it to the pivot. So that should be the game plan for Nifty. Let's explore Bank Nifty and see what is in store. Bank Nifty again gave a great start and then it continued to rally, and then there was a fall, a small retracement to the same levels as the real candle, and then we had some sort of same level closure. So it closed at 42,755, which is good because it has again cleared a lot of levels, and then really happy that Bank Nifty is much more indicative of where it is. It has tried all the levels down throughout the month, and then it broke all these resistance level from when it was here. This was acting as resistance at many junction, and then now it is trading very very well above that, and then it continued to rally up. Again, as we see that there are two large gap ups, these gaps should be filled. If it is not filled, then what can happen is probably they will take higher and higher, maybe 300 points to 400 points every day, and then reach one maybe 43,800, 44,000 as well by budget. And then when the budget results are done, probably they may even give some more boost, and from there it can fall down and fill all these gaps in the same day, or probably in 2 days. They will be able to close these gaps, which means that's about 1,500 points of fall. That's a likely scenario, right? Now let's explore the FASP levels and the intraday setting. So 43,262 is the higher side, T7. The lower side is 42,184. I would strongly advise to write T7 writings of probably this week. Maybe the premium would be very less. If you want to play a little aggressive, then you can go for next week expiry and write T7 levels, which is 43,300. I would say write 43,300 CE and 42,200 P. These two positions can be written and wait for the entire day for the premium to be collected. And what can be the stop loss? Here, as soon as it reaches T5 itself, you should exit, because the volatility and the kind of drastic moves that's happening in Bank Nifty could attract more losses if you wait for T6 exit. You should exit once the position reaches T5, right? Supposedly there is a gap up opening at T4. Wait for first 1 hour, I would say. Initiate the positions at 10:15, 10:30, around that time. Go for T7 writings and collect the premium throughout the day, right? And if it is continuing to make higher and higher moves, then it could mean that we might have some sort of trend continuation. So by 10:30, if it is making new highs, then you should ignore the writing aspect of it and focus on buy on dips or something like that. As option buyer, what you can do is wait for the first 1 hour, see where the market is consolidating, and then take positions around T4 levels or T3 levels is much safer for a contra. You can take a T3 PE position on the higher side and then keep trailing it as it comes lower, and keep one level above as stop loss. And For call, you should be entering at T3 on the lower side, which is 42,532. From here, you can take a CE position and keep trailing as it moves towards the pivot and keep one level down as stop loss. So the biggest challenge for a buyer is that, these days, whether it is the right kind of volatility and momentum is happening, even then the premiums are, depreciating. That's a very big concern, indicating that, the writers are completely crushing the market with both the sides eating the premium. So it will be a big challenge till you find a massive rally or breakout happening. These sort of 150 points or 200 points range is going to really hurt option buyers. If you want to be really successful, you should stop trading for a while as option buyer. And once the breakout happens, once the volatility kicks in, then let's say that the VIX increases by at least 2 points or 3 points. Let it come to some 16, 15 or 16. That's when you can. It makes sense to be an option buyer, because even if it is giving some sort of 50 points move or 100 points move, the premium is not appreciating as much as it used to be, like say 4 months back or so. So that's a big challenge. Wait and then enter at right junctures. The time is really good for option writers, provided they edge their position safely or they exit at the specified levels, which is T5 for tomorrow. So that's the trade setup for tomorrow. All the very best, guys, and see you all in another video. Thanks.